So the other mindset that I find really separates the good from the great is their effort and their desire to actually perform. So when we take a look at effort, and if you have a vision of this is what I want to accomplish. Here's my vision, Glenn, or here's my vision. I don't care which one you got, but you have to realize if you have this vision versus this vision, that's a difference. There's a lot more effort that has to be put into this. Because if that wasn't the case, everyone would put in this much effort to get that kind of growth. So effort is long-term and short-term. We have this thing called tenacity. Do you hear what Chris talked about? How long it took him to become excellent at what he does? Because he had passion for what he was trying to accomplish, where that wall was. And my effort says, I am here and I got to get there. It's not just going to take effort to get here to get those results. I got to have long-term, tenacity, guts, fortitude. Now, there's a program, I don't even know if they even have it anymore. It's called the Need to Excel. And it used to be part of a Dream Book program that we did. And inside there was four, if you want to put them down, individual letters. It's called IPDE. IPDE. Identify, predict, decide, and execute. IPDE. And what it meant was this. Identify what you want. Identify what you're going to have the burning passion for. Identify what you're going to run through a wall for. That's not a hope. It's what are you going to willing to fight for? Again, you got to go back to that core decision. Are you willing to do whatever it takes to get there? If not, punt. Figure out something else. If you're not executing your plan, that means you don't believe in your plan. Don't make it overcomplicated. So when we're looking at these individuals, IPDEs, you got to identify what you want. The P stands for predict, which is your plan. What do you need to know? What do you need to own? What's the behavior you have to do? What's the mindset you have to do? What's the consistency? It's called a cookbook. Do y'all live in your cookbook? Do y'all working hard on getting a cookbook? Yes, no? Don't know what I'm talking about with a cookbook? Okay. Whew. That's like just jumping into the car saying, hey, let's go north. Where do you want to go? Who the hell knows? We'll get there when we get there. That's not very good success, right? So if you know you want to get there and you're here, what is my cookbook to get me there? That's the planning piece. Now, I personally believe the next part is the most important piece of success. It's the decision. Once you understand what you want, now you understand what the plan is to get there, you have to sit back and take honest stock and say, am I going to do this? Am I going to give it everything I got? Am I 100% behind this? That's a decision you have to make before you start, not after you start. You don't start something and say halfway into it, wow, this kind of stinks. I don't want to do this anymore. You got to pre-plan. You got to think ahead and say, am I going to give everything I got to this? And if the answer is yes, now it's time for execution. There's a reason when you look in your mirror when you're driving, your rearview mirror is a third of the size visually is your front. Because once you make the decision, boom, keep moving. Don't look behind you. Don't have doubt. Move forward. And by the way, there's no excuses. Excuses are because you're not committed. If you want to write it down, you should have the little bullets. Ready? No excuses. Excuses are because outcomes of people are not committed. Now, one of the things with IPDE is interesting. Fixed mindset, people would turn around and say they're not as brave as people who have a growth mindset. It has nothing to do with bravery. See, a growth mindset individual will say, from an effort standpoint, because by the way, they're effort junkies, right? A growth mindset individual, their whole premise is more effort, more energy, give it a shot, doesn't work out, make it better, try it again, make it better, now we're successful. And you have a fixed mindset person says, yeah, but that may be embarrassing. I'm not even sure it's going to work, so why try?